What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? Many men have anxiety and or depression, but we will not talk about and will get moderately annoyed at you for bringing it up. Holy shit, this got gold. Thank you, kind stranger. I remember when I thought this was a successful post when it had only like 30 upvotes. A lot of women don't understand that it takes us a lot longer to figure out how we feel about something than most women. Give us time to process and we'll bring it up if and when we want to talk about it. But don't try to push us to be emotional, since most men aren't as driven by feelings as most women. Sometimes we pee on the poo stains in the toilet because we are too lazy to use the scrub. I don't know who complained, but the way I see, we do a fine great work. Sometimes we don't talk to people cause we don't want to intimidate them. I might see a girl with a cool shirt on, but I don't want to make her think I'm coming onto her or something. Rather than freak her out that a 66 guy thinks she looks good today, I just leave her alone. Especially if we're on an elevator or something where she can't leave if she actually is uncomfortable. If a guy told me that on my way out of the elevator and explained why he didn't say it while we were still in, I definitely think that's adorable. May even want to see him again. You have no idea how much women appreciate it when men understand how complicated and unsafe the world feels for women a lot of the time. We get raped too. Can confirm I was molested by a neighbor's babysitter, 15F, when I was 7. Sex isn't all we want in a relationship. I'd rather be with someone who understands me, but only does it once in a while than someone who I have sex with every day, but don't connect with emotionally and mentally. Some of us are into things like cooking, cleaning, makeup, fashion, etc. It doesn't necessarily mean we are gay. Please don't tell us to man up. A lot of us were constantly told that growing up whenever we tried to express ourselves, so you saying it will often bring up bad memories. Men can be abused. Men can be raped. Men also tend to be more suicidal because society tells us we are weak if we try to discuss these things. No, we don't enjoy being raped by a hot girl, and we often don't talk about it because people will often straight up tell us we are lying about it if we do. If we haven't carried in all the shopping in one go, we haven't done it right. Smart is lining up the bags and evenly distributing the weight so you can take everything in one go. Wisdom is taking the majority on first trip and letting everyone else put away the groceries while you are on your second trip. Apostrophe. IDK if other guys feel this too, but I'm always afraid of accidentally making women feel uncomfortable in my presence. For example, when I happen to walk in the same direction as a woman in front of me for a while, and am not even interested in women in the first place. This is me, all the time. I'm brown, not small, and I live in a big city where women are on high alert all the time. So I go out of my way to slow down, or speed up, when walking in proximity to a woman and we are both alone. My wife, mother, and sister have made me aware of my male privilege. And it's all I can think about sometimes, that I might be making someone scared just by being there. I'm not afraid of repercussions for myself. I just never want to make people feel that way. I realized my smiling only helps sometimes, and speaking to them without being spoken to first is jarring sometimes. And it's not all women. But it's clear that most women will never, ever feel comfortable in the presence of a man they don't know on the street. No exceptions. I'm sorry that the world is shitty, and that women are often victims of circumstances they don't control. I'm trying. Ladies. And I always will interject when a panhandler gets aggressive or let you know when your bag is hanging open. I don't know the solution for this, but I'm hyper aware of it, and I hope one day the world is safe for everyone, not just me. Maybe this is more of a dad secret, but I don't babysit my own kids. That's called fathering, damn it. My dad served in the Pacific during WW2, a kid from the Bronx. He had never been out of the Bronx in his entire life. Then he got sent to New Guinea. Decades later, as he lay dying in the hospital bed, he told us, as his young friends were being slaughtered by other young men, just before they died, they always cried for their mothers, never for their fathers, always for their mothers. He said, they were just kids. Just kids being slaughtered by other kids. And then they died. In his arms. Their last words were always, "Where is my mother? Where is my mother? Where is my mother?" Never for their fathers. That affected him for his entire life. And had lived a long time. He was the lucky one. My dad fought in WWII on the European front and said the Samoa guys would always cry out for their mothers. He reinforced how important it was to be gentle and nurturing to a boy. I don't know why, but this comment caused me to immediately weep. I can't wait to raise a son with this perspective. Men are so precious, and we need to love the hell out of them. A lot of porn is really weird. Just because we watched a video about banging a stepsister while her head was stuck in the dryer doesn't mean that's some sort of weird fantasy. The girl just looked good in the thumbnail. Best way I've ever heard it explained was no one wants to bang their sister, but everyone wants to bang their imaginary hot sister. If you compliment my appearance, I will probably remember forever. I still remember when a girl in college told me I looked nice with my beard when I first grew it out. I've had a beard ever since. Imma women. In college I complimented this random guy in line for coffee that he smelled really nice. It wasn't a pickup line or anything, I just enjoyed complimenting people. About a year later we ended up having a class together and I didn't recognize him at all. He came up to me and thanked me again for the compliment I gave him a year ago and said he hasn't forgotten about how nice that was for a stranger to be so upfront and to compliment him. We'll be married 7 years in June. Edit. Thank you for my first medal. I love sharing this story. Keep complimenting people, no matter their gender. You are a spark in a world of dry tinder. We have the magical power of thinking about nothing. Manspreading isn't a sexual thing. We're trying not to crush our balls between our legs. Nice try, Audrey. I'm not telling you what I got you for your birthday. After a shower, we have no problem drying our balls and face with the same towel. Most of the time we try to dry the face first, then the sack. But sometimes we have to go back to the face. We just hope we use an uncontaminated part of the towel. Edit. Uncontaminated. My balls are clean after a shower. Just, you know, wiping the balls then wiping my face is just kind of. Yay. And then by the next day the towel forgets and it resets. Truly one of nature's miracles. I'm secretly an emotional wreck. I just hide it. Big hugs, big fella. We have emotions too. How ya doing, buddy? As an older man, we don't expect you to look like a supermodel as we age together. Yes, at times I do see you as I did 30 years ago and every wrinkle and flaw disappears. Yes, there are times I see every wrinkle and flaw and know how you got every one of them. They are beautiful too. I wish more older men would answer. The answers so far are cool, but I'm also interested in hearing how life experience affects what is said. It's not uncommon for us to genuinely think you're beautiful without any makeup. People always think that it is very laddie to say a woman is beautiful without makeup. Of course every woman can look better with really well done makeup. Seeing a woman without it though just feels natural and maybe it's like primal or something. But it's like on another plane of attractiveness. It's hard to explain. This comment will be buried. But those perfectly round toilets suck. It's super annoying when your junk touches the inside of the toilet bowl. The oval toilets like in most public toilets are much better. Ducking fact man. I hate the circle toilets. Your chances of getting what you want out of us are infinitely higher if you tell us directly. I can vouch for this. I was upset with myself for not picking up what I thought were clear hints. When he responded frustrated with, "I don't understand hints, just tell me what you want, woman." He really helped me communicate better. I don't know why we grow up thinking we can't directly ask for things. Imagine hinting what you want at Chipotle. I just spent the last hour shouting all of these to my husband in the other room, and him replying, "Yep," when I told mine the title. He said we've all tried that one thing. Took a couple of hours, but I finally came across it a few posts up. bunch of snitches in this thread. At least they didn't disclose any of the serious stuff. Like stuff about that meeting we all have once a year. We don't talk about that. We don't care how popular or unpopular you are with other women, so it shouldn't factor into how you value yourself when dating. Edit. Thanks for the gold internet, stranger. When people come crying to us, our first inclination is to fix the problem. Since this is often not possible, lead with something along the lines of, "Can I vent for a minute?" or anything that signals to us this is just a time for active listening, rather than a problem solving session. Otherwise it's just awkward WTF is going on here in our heads. Simply saying you need to cry tells us exactly what we need to do. When we want to be alone, it's not that we don't want to be around you, it's that we don't want to be around anyone for a bit. I get this one way too well. I go through bouts where I just don't want to talk to anyone regardless of how close we are. For me it's not even a thing where I'm upset or I'd hate it if someone was around. I just need time to think and reorganize my head every so often, as well as to just shut my head off for a bit. But I mean, if they wanna silently hang around, that's not a problem. I don't mind being around. I just need mental quiet. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily Reddit videos.